All right, let's install the F12 camera in the car. Our task is to install the camera, not to set up a checkpoint or anything like that, and not to make a remote control. But coincidentally, the S12 camera is here. I have several clips teaching how to install different models, but I don't have one for the rocket head yet. We will install it using a fuse tab. As the person said, it won't be cluttered. Don't plug it in. I don't like that. Let me handle this. You see, the camera doesn't have a screen, so we will use the phone to view it. Let's check what's inside first. There's nothing much inside, just a plug and the camera itself. Now we will continue with the installation using the fuse tab. We have this equipment too, which is the adhesive wire and this plus piece. You see, we will plug this in and then we will connect the wire to the fuse tab. I will cut the wire first. We already have the fuse tab head. The problem is if we connect it directly, it will be cluttered. Let me show you the fuse tab location first. It's right here. Where is this box? This box here has wires coming out. Can you see? If we install it right here, we need to keep the wires down below because the female connector has to be there, right? It will be cluttered, but I will slide it a bit to the right. So we will connect one wire to the fuse tab and then we can extend it. Let's see where we should go. We can keep it up here. Let's pull the wire over. Can you see? Then we will run it up to the remote box around here. We will tie it up around here. So we need to pull the wire up first, close to the adhesive wire. We can connect it here. There is an adhesive wire here. We can split into the adhesive wire here, or we can connect to this nut. If we connect to this nut, we will need to pull the wire a bit longer. Let's take the spot close to the nut. If it's this model, we will need to pull both wires. It has to be close to the hot wire and the number 12 connector, not number 10. It might be a bit tricky. Let's see if there is a wire coming into the adhesive wire. No, there isn't. Otherwise, we will have to take these out to check. There is a wire, but we can get close to the nut. I will connect it. I will pull it. They already have a connector. Just to clarify, we need to find a spot close to the nut. I will pull the wire to connect it here. We will connect the fuse tap here first. The fuse tap should look like this. This should be the long wire that I remember. The head has been made for this, but I don't really use it much. I cut it off every time because sometimes it ends up being loose. I prefer to cut and connect it directly. Here it is. This and this. As for the wire, I will move this one to the right. This wire is not enough. I'm not really picky. This is enough. There's hardly any need for a G card at all. Do you see? Let's go check the sound. We'll cut this wire and then connect it. This is where I have the fuse box. It's right here. Just pull it out. Can you see that there are 4 rows? This is from the right. This one is 15. The one on top is labeled CIG, which means cigarette lighter. We will use this one. It's 15 amps. Here will we insert our fuse tap. For the strip, we need to insert the fuse at the back first, okay? I've already plugged one in here at the back. Then for the front, we take the remaining fuse that we pulled out from the fuse box and plug it in. Now, plug it in, okay? Plug it into the fuse box, all right? Then come down below and come out. I will close the box now. He has already made a hole here. We will use the hole he created because he has a fuse tap plugged in there. I'm not sure what it's for either. We won't interfere with the customer's previous work. Whatever was done before, we will leave it as is. Here it is. All right, the wire is coming out long here. Can you see? I pulled it out here and I will keep it around this area. Then I will connect the yellow wire with the red one. The black one can be connected here too, but it's size 12. Make sure to check it well, or we can do it here as well. All right, I will handle this part first, and then we will see how to run the camera up. There are no holes to hide it, right? Just like in the video where I ran the solar drop, there's no place to hide it. See, it's difficult. Let's see how we can do it. It's all set now. I've run the wire, see? Now I will get the key. All right, let's take the power key for the fire and get everything ready. Now we will wire this camera. You see, this camera doesn't have a screen, so we need to install it right here. Therefore, we need to check the image first. I will teach you how to connect it because I will also need to teach the customer how to use it. Let me turn it on first. The image is coming up, but it's still dark because the camera is still... I will lift this up. See, I will lift the camera up. You see it? Let's find the spot to install it. I'll place it right here. Hey, let's put it right here, okay? Is it all right to leave it like this? Yes, that's fine. Because you see, brother, check the camera angle. Let's leave it like this. I'll check the camera angle and then install it. It's good to keep it close because then I can get this. I'm sticking it here. The set comes with film, so I put the film on first. But my car doesn't have it. My car doesn't have the scene. Once you finish, don't forget to peel off the camera's film. We need to check the image to see if it's aligned correctly before we install it. All set. Here is the adjustable filter, which can be lowered and is positioned in such a way that it won't hit the glass or anything. Now, let's run the camera wires, shall we? Come on. Let's set up the camera. See? Like this. Right. Do you see it? There is rubber here, right? We are prying the rubber here. A type of tire. Here we are using this to pry the tire. Now, I'm inserting the camera into this rubber casing. The rubber comes here, and then it needs to be placed like this to be properly set. Let me handle this for a moment. All right, let's go. I have to slowly push it in for a moment. I'll let you take a look when it's done. Okay? I've run the wire down from above for you to see. At first, I pushed the wire into the groove. The problem is that this rubber piece doesn't look nice and it doesn't fit properly. It only goes to the top edge. If you observe, you can see the wire there, and I pushed it down to here. Then I ran it down below. It's hard to push it down here. I could only get this far and it won't pull out. So I tried to squeeze it in. But there are a lot of wires here, so there's no problem. Then I ran it down like this and pushed it up here. We'll tidy it up and then let's go see how to use the app.